Hello everyone, welcome to Shree's Coding Hub. We are going to do so many programs using arrays concept. Till the last episode, we have discussed about arrays in detail, and we also did some logical problems on arrays, copying one array elements to another array, copying one array elements into another array in reverse, and we also seen how to take input as a name. We scanned a name from the user and stored in an array in the last episode. The last episode we ended here. Here you can see we have scanned a value from the user. Here percentile s is used to scan any string. Here I can give the input Shrees. Okay. Alt F5 you can see the output Shrees. Here I have scanned yes and I printed yes. We discussed percentage operation in the last episode in detail. If you have missed that episode and if you have missed any of our episodes, all the videos have made into a playlist and the link is provided in the description. You can check out that link and you can go into the playlist and you can watch any episode you want. You can watch any episode you want. There all the episodes are available about C language tutorial from basic level to till now. How many episodes are completed? Those all are provided in the playlist. Here we stopped the code in the last episode. Now uh, today's task is to do different operations using arrays. Now what is my requirement is to I'll take I'll take another array y of 100 of same size. Now I want to copy this array elements into this array. Here you can say that I equals to 0, I is less than 100, I plus plus. This because this logic y of I equals to x of I. Here what I do is one more task j plus plus. Here I will printf percentile s comma y and also print percentile d comma y comma j. Here why I am printing j is to see how many times loop is repeating. Obviously loop will repeat 100 times because we checked the condition I is less than 100 and initialized I is 0. Initialized with 0. Here our loop will repeat 100 times. Okay, but is that required to repeat the loop 100 times? Is it okay? Here I'll give an input that 1 2 3 4 4 5. Here how many characters I have given? Only 5 characters. Now I press enter and I see the output. Okay, uh, x array elements have copied into y array and loop repeated 100 times because j value we got 100. Okay, we have copied x array elements to y array successfully, but how many inputs I have given? Only 5 characters. But how many times loop repeated? 100 times. But it is not necessary. To repeat the loop 100 times. It should repeat on loop only 5 times in our case. If I give input like Shree's coding hub. Now how many times loop should repeat? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 times. Now our loop should repeat 14 times. But how many times loop got repeated? 100 times. Is that a good way? No. Now in case of 100 times we are not seeing any difference. But in case of we declared here 1000, we declared array size 1000 and we checked the condition I is less than 1000, then what happens? Our program becomes slow because it is not necessary to repeat the loop 100 times, even though our for loop is going on repeating until 100 times. It is not necessary. How many times it should repeat? It should repeat according to our input. According to how many characters we given as input, that much times only it should repeat. That much count only it should repeat. Here if I give input Shree's coding hub, now our count is 14. Now our loop should repeat only 14 times. Our 14, only 14 times. How can we do that? How can we do that? In the last episode, we have discussed the complete working of percentile s. What we discussed, our percentile s works in this way. Like here, if these are array blocks, SRI, this one. If I give input as S R I and one in double single quotation Shrees. Now what percentile s does? It reads all these characters. When we press enter key, it stores one extra character in the array, which is called null character, which is called null character. It means this is known as this represents the end of the string. This represents the end of string. We have given inputs till here only. All the remaining blocks are filled with garbage values. Some values, some like this, some this one, some this one, some this one. All the remaining blocks are filled with garbage values. But we have given input until only 5 blocks. What percentile s does? When we press enter key, it stores one additional character, null character. Null character is looks something like this. It stores this character in our array as extra. Now what percentile is in the case of printf, what it does, it scans one by one character and prints on the output window. When it receives null character, it stops printing. And it doesn't give these garbage values which are in the remaining blocks, which are in the remaining 95 blocks. Here our array size is 100. We have given only 5 inputs. Our percentile s stored this null character as extra. This is the working of percentile s. We discussed in the last episode in complete detailed manner. Now here, if you understand the concept in the right way, you can get that idea. Is here checking the condition less than 100. Instead we can check x of 5 not equals to null. This is the condition we can check to make our code efficient and speed. Here what happens when x of 5, when the value in the x of 5 is equal to null, it stops printing. Here what I do, I say printf percentile c comma x of I print x of I. Here you can see when our for loop stopped printing, and here with this j you can see how many times loop repeated, and here by printing y you can see is our array elements of x copied to array elements of y successfully or not. These are all things we can observe. Here what I did, I have checked that the element of x of y is not equal to null. If not equal to null, then only copy operation gets executed. If not, it breaks the loop and comes out of the loop. This is the requirement, because our percentile s is inbuilt to do storing a null character after our array, after our string. After storing all the characters which we have given, it is storing one extra characters null. In the very next block, if we store values up to 3, in the very next block it is storing null character. So this way we can do our task in a better way. Here I am compiling, running. Here I give Shree's coding hub. Now you can see the output. Shree's coding hub 14. Shree's coding hub 14. Here if you see, the null character is not visible here, because here I have printed the x of 5 value. If I do this statement, here you can observe a small change. 9, control F9, Shrees, I have given input. Here if you observe, sorry, here something happened. F9, control F9, yes, Shrees. Here it has given some garbage value, guys. Why it is giving garbage value? Why? Now okay, it's fine. Here if you see the SRIS, these words are printed by printf at the exact position under the E we got s. But here what I do, here I remove this printf block, now you can see the output Shree's coding hub. Here you can see the output. Here you can see our Shree's got printed by leaving one space, here under the n it started printing, it has leaven e, it has leaven the space under the e. Here then here you can see the null character is print, then here we can't see the null character because our percentile percentile c is unable to print the null character. Okay, it's fine, but here I hope you guys understood the concept. Here it should print the null value, but why it is unable to print, is giving like this, it can, let's check guys. F9, control F9 is coding, no, it is wrong. By giving here, this is not correct way of giving of declaring percentile c, this is only right, but it should give null character, I don't know why. I think now let's run Shree's coding, but it is not printing null character. Okay, it's fine. Now here you can see the j value is 11, now how many times our loop repeated? Only 11 times, this is what we want, right? This is what we want. Our loop has repeated only 11 times because the input characters we have given, the count of input characters is only 11, the count of input characters are only 11, it has repeated only 11 times. Now here if I give input something like this, uh, very bright future, okay, now you can see our loop has repeated only 16 times because input characters count is only 16. This is what we want guys. Now our code is very efficient to copy one array elements to another array in case of strings, guys. In case of integers, we have already discussed in the last episode. The playlist link is provided in the description. You can go and check out in the playlist. I hope you guys understood till here. Now I'll remove this guys. Now what my requirement is, to copy this array elements into this array, but in reverse. My requirement is has changed now. I have taken it to the next level. Now my requirement is to copy this array elements into this array in reverse. How can we do that? Here if you think something like this, I equal to 100 because our highest block, and j equals to comma, j equals to 0, and here what condition I can check, I is greater than or equals to 0, and what I can do here, I minus minus and j plus plus. I think this is what you thought. If your thought is this, comment in the comment box yes. If not, if your thought is different, please explain. Try to explain in the comment box, try to explain in the text format in the comment box. I hope you guys will do that. Here what I do is, okay, I remove j plus plus here and x of I, okay, fine. Now if you are thinking something like this, you are, is this the way correct, think for just 2 seconds or 3 seconds or 5 seconds or 1 minute. Think guys, pause the video and you can think and you can answer in the comment box. Here let's see the output before I give Shree's coding hub. Here, are you ready? Here there is nothing in the output. Because what I did here, I should take j. Now let's see the output. Control F9. I give Shree's coding hub. Okay, let's see the output. Here there is nothing in the output window. Because here what happened is, here it will give output, but it is unable to catch. Here what is the problem? Understand the concept, guys. Here 100, because x, now x of 100 value comes into y of 0. Now what is there in the x of 100? Something garbage is there, because I have given Shri's coding hub, the count of the characters is only 14, is only 14 or 16 around. Now x of 15, the values are, the x array is filled until x of 15 only. The X array is filled until 15 blocks only, but we have access to 100 block. There is a garbage value in it. Now this garbage value is coming to this. Now like that. Now again what happens? X of 99 is coming into y of 1, and x of 98 is coming to y of 2. Like this is what something happening here. Here it should print something, but it is unable to. Now this loop has repeated so long, this loop has repeated so long and doing so much task. um, Now what happens like this is not the correct process we want. Now here what is our requirement? Here it should, the now the I value should be the count how many characters, the count how many characters we have given in the as input, in the input. Here I initialize I equal to 14, I equals to 14, and what I do now, I say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 10 11 12 13. Okay, now you can see now also it is not printing. Why it is not printing anything? Can you guess the out? Can you guess why it is not printing anything? Can you guess, guys? Here I print some message. Y values are Shri's coding hub. Here you can see y values are, it is not printing anything, because this is not the logic we want, guys. This is not the correct way of doing something like this. However, I value should be dynamically set to the value how many, it dynamically set the count. Here it should itself take how many characters we have given as input, and it should take that count and it should come in the reverse. This is what we want, something like, we want something like that. Now what I do here, I apply another simple logic, guys. Here I remove this and write a if block. If x of y equals to null, I say break. The break statement usage is already, it breaks the for loop. Here I remove j and I say I plus plus, and here I remove I condition. Here I remove condition, guys. Here I remove condition and just I do initialization. Here what, and I write another loop for copying purpose. Here what I do, I skip the initialization. I give j equals to 0. Here I remove the initialization. J equals to 0 I have given here. Now what I do, I is greater than -1, and what I do, I minus minus comma j plus plus. This is what I do here, and now I copy x of y of j equals to x of I, x of I. Now here understand the logic, guys. Here I initialized I with 0 and I skipped the condition and I did I plus plus. Now first I is 0. If I have given the input as SRIS, okay, for the first time I is 0, I is 0 and enters into the loop. Now what is x of I? For the first time x of I is S, okay, so it doesn't enter into this if condition, and again goes here and increments I value. First it was 0, now it becomes 1. Now what is x of 1? X of 1 is R. Now again goes here and increments the I value 2. Now what is x of 2? I. Now again it goes here and increments the I value 3. Now what is x of 3? X of 3 is this character. Now what is I value 4? Here there is no condition to check. That's why now what would be the x of 4? S. Okay, fine. S. Now till now this condition got failed. Now what happens? It checks it, the I value becomes 5. And now what is x of 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what is x of 5? The x of 5 will be null. The x of 5 will be null. Why? Because our percentile is after reading SRI and in closed single quotation, and after that it has read a S character. Now I press the enter key. Now it has automatically stored null character after the very first block in the X array. Now our condition got satisfied. Here break statement executes. Now it comes out of the loop. Now what is the I value here? Here the I value is 5. Here the I value is 5. That's why I skipped the initialization here. Now what happens? Here I value is 5. I value is 5 and j value is 0. Okay. Now y of 0 has the value equals to x of 5. Now what it copies? It copies null character to y array. Okay. It is also important. Null is also a character. Now here there is no percentile s. Now here there is no percentile s to give null character inbuilt. Now it is our responsibility to write a code to include the null character in the copy process. I hope you guys got the point. Now what I do? Now next time our first it was I was 5 and j was 0. Now I becomes 4, j becomes 1. J becomes 1. Now x of 1 gets the value in y of 4. Like that, it copies the array in reverse. Now, it copies the array in reverse. Now, let's check the output. 9. Shree's coding hub. Oh, sorry. Here it has printed nothing. Why like that? Why like that? Oh, sorry guys. Sorry. Here have here till now what I wrote the code, it has gone because I didn't save it. Sorry guys. I skipped the initial. J equals to 0, I is greater than or equals to 0, I minus minus comma j plus plus. Here x of y of j equals to x of I. This is what we wrote. Okay, sorry guys, I have skipped the saving process. That's why it has gone. Now let's see Shree's coding hub. Okay. Oh, why it is not printing anything? Why it is not printing anything? Is what is the fault? What is the fault? Guys, what is your answer? What is the fault here? Here, what is the fault? Guys, comment in the comment box if you found out why we are not getting why we are not getting anything as output. Why we are not getting anything as output. Okay, I have given Shree's multiply. It is not giving anything as output. What is the problem you think? Here, as I told, okay, it's fine. Now, it here j value is 5. I value is 5. Okay. Now, what is the x of I? X of 5. X of 5. As per the input Shrees, what is the x of 5? X of 5 is null. So, now what happens here? For the first time, y of 0 gets the null character first. What happens here? Y of 0 gets the null character first. This is the problem, guys. This is the thinking you should get. This is the matter you should get. Here you may some people may got the idea that what is the problem. It's fine, but who some we can't get, as we are poor in logics, we can't get that idea what is the problem. Here the reason of my excitement is you should get this type of idea, guys. This concept you should grab. This level of understanding you should get. Here why it is not why it is unable to print means here what is the problem means here our printf is the problem. Our printf is the main problem. Here printf percentile s can print the values until it gets null character. When it gets null character, it stops printing. When it gets null character, it stops printing. When it gets null character, it stops printing. That is the problem. Our percentile s is reading the very first character in the y array is null, because y of 0 is itself only null. Because here there is no percentile s to insert null character, that's why we inserted it manually. But here we got the issue. This is the issue, guys. Now what is the solution? What is the solution? The simple thing, what I do, I equals to y, what I do, I minus minus. What I do, I initialize I minus minus. Now what I value becomes? I value became 4. I value became 4. Now what is the, according to our input, what is the x of 4 value? S. Shiri's, in Shiri's word, the last value is S. So the very first block in Y array gets S, where S. Now here, in this case, you can see the output something like this. Sorry, yeah, I have forgot to save, guys. Remember, you should save, otherwise all the written code will be gone. Series, you can see the output something like this. Okay, you can see the output something like this. Yes, but here here you can see in reverse, if you read SRI, some extra s we got here, some extra s we got here. Here you can see the output, some extra s we got. What is that extra s? What is that extra s? Here our percentile s cannot stop the printing, cannot stop the printing because of absence of null character. There is no null character in the y array because we did not insert any null character in the y array at the end. Here what I do is y of j equals to y of j equals to, when I becomes 0, j becomes something like j becomes 4, j becomes 4. Okay, now I check the condition, I exceeded or not, it will be good. Now when I becomes -1, j becomes 5. Now what is the x of y of 5 should contain? Y of 5 should contain, now y of 5 should contain null character, because there is nothing to store more. There is nothing to store more. The x array has got ended. Now y of 5 should contain null character, because in y array the elements are on the element blocks of array are filled until 4 only, until only 4. Now fifth block should contain null character. Now fifth place value block should contain null character. Now I insert null character here manually after doing this. Now let's see, statement missing. Here I missed a semicolon. This is the problem. Left control. Shri is coding hub. Here you can see, you can read SRISCODINGHUB. Here there is no extra character printed. There is no extra character printed. In the previous execution we got something like this. Uh, Here I gave input Shri's, and now if you read from reverse, SRI some a character and S, the exact value we got in the reverse order. But in the previous execution some extra S got printed, which is called garbage value, which is called garbage value. Now there is no printing of garbage value, we solve that value. Why? I have stored null character after the very first block, when characters are completed, which are in the x array, which are in the x array, all the characters have came to y array, and now I stored externally null character, because there is no percentile is to store null character in the y array. Now y of 5, now y of 5 has null, y of 5 has null. Now when percentile is printf gets null character in the y array, it stops printing, it stops printing. This is what happened here, this is what happened here. Here we discussed arrays concept in very depth. Now this is more than enough for arrays. If you understand these concepts, it is more than enough, guys. It is more than enough for arrays. I'll do some short videos with some concepts, with some more problems in arrays, with some more problems in array. Here, for that's it for today, guys. Uh, Stay tuned for the next episode, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel and like the video. In this way, we are going to learn C language from basic level to pro in series wise. If you missed the last episodes, all the episodes are grouped to playlist, and that playlist is provided in the description. Please go and check out. And that's it for today, guys. Bye bye. Thank you.